Okay, so Prashant, tell me what is multi-threading?
First, I will explain what is a thread. The independent execution is called as a thread. Thread is a separate path of sequential execution. The thread is a lightweight process because whenever we creating a thread, it is not occupying the separate memory. It uses the same thread memory. Sharing a memory means it is not consuming a more memory. And executing a more than one thread at a time is called a multi-threading. And multi-threading, by using multi-threading, we achieve the multitasking concept.
What is the difference between process-based multitasking and thread-based multitasking?
First of all, multi-threading, this is the way to achieve a multitasking, and there are two ways to achieve a multitasking: process-based multitasking and thread-based multitasking. So first I will tell you about process-based multitasking. As we know that executing a multiple task is a multitasking, and when each independent task is a separate independent process, then it is called as a process-based multitasking. For example, suppose we are downloading a file, at the same time we are watching a movie, so both are a independent process-based task. Now, thread-based multitasking. In thread-based multitasking, same program containing a several tasks, means thread, where each thread is a separate independent part of the program and all the tasks executing simultaneously. So here thread is the smallest unit that can be executed simultaneously. For example, suppose we have a 20,000 line of code, and after observing a code, we realize that the first 10,000 line of code are executing a different task and second 10,000 line of code are executing a other task, but both are an independent part of the same program. So here we can apply a thread-based multitasking.
What are the applications of multi-threading?
There are various applications of multi-threading. By using a multi-threading, we can develop a video games. By using a multi-threading, we can develop animations, multimedia graphics, and development of web and server, like that.
When we should go for multi-threading?
Whenever we have an independent task in our program, that means there is no dependency between that task, then there is no need to execute that one in order wise. That means if there are multiple independent tasks in a same program, so here we can apply a multi-threading.
What is main thread?
Every Python program containing a one default thread, that is a main thread. And if we want to check the main thread, so we have to import the threading module. By using a threading module, we can check that every program containing a main thread.
How many ways to create a thread in Python?
There are three ways to create a thread in Python. First one, thread creation without using any class. Second, thread creation by extending a thread class. Third one, thread creation without extending a thread class. But this question will raise that which way is the best way to create a thread. So second one is the best way, thread creation by extending a thread class. And also there will be a one important point. Here we cannot predict the exact order of output because here multiple thread are going to be executed simultaneously. That's why we cannot predict the output. It varies machine to machine.
What is daemon thread?
There are two types of thread. First one is a daemon thread, second one is a non-daemon thread. The thread which are running in background are called as a daemon thread, and this provide the support to non-daemon thread, that means your main thread. For example, whenever main thread runs with low memory, immediately Python virtual machine runs a garbage collector, and as we know that garbage collector will do the communication with destructor. Okay, so destructor will remove the resources and then again garbage collector to destroy the useless object and to provide a free memory so that main thread can continue its execution without having any memory problem. In case of multi-threading, when we are executing a multiple thread, there might be a chance that at the same time multiple thread are going to execute same method or same statement, so there will be the probability that the data inconsistency happen. So for overcoming a data inconsistency, we have a synchronization in Python, and thread synchronization makes you ensure that two or more than two thread cannot execute the same section of any program simultaneously. Here in synchronization, thread execution process is one by one, only one thread at a time.
Great. How to implement synchronization in Python?
There are three ways to implement a synchronization in Python. First one by using a lock concept, second one by using a rlock concept, and third one is by using a semaphore concept.
What is the difference between lock and R-lock?
Difference between lock and R-lock. So first, in lock concept, here at a time only one thread can acquire the lock object. Same thread also cannot acquire multiple times. But in R-lock concept, here at a time only one thread can acquire the lock object and same thread can acquire the lock object for multiple times. Again, in lock, recursive function and nested call are not possible. But in R-lock, it is possible. In lock concept, here the responsibility only for lock and unlock. But in R-lock, here R-lock handle all the responsibility.
Okay, how to implement synchronization using semaphore?
As we know that how we create the object of class, like object name equal to class name. So like for example, object name is obj equal to, that means assignment operator, and the class name is a semaphore, and in that class name we have to pass the parameter as a counter. So here we can see that how to create an object, and here counter, this represent the how many number of threads are allowed to access simultaneously, and the default value of counter is 1. So here when thread call the acquire method, then counter will be decremented by 1. Similarly, when thread execute the release method, then counter will be incremented by 1.
Great. What is bounded semaphore?
In normal semaphore, it is allowed to call a release method number of times. But in bounded semaphore, it does not allow to call a release method for number of times.